so close to the mirror. Wow. I wanted to be so close to you guys. Just scooch it forward a little bit. Welcome to the end of week 4. Hopefully everybody's noticed a little bit of intensity increase, but not too much. You guys are pros by now. In fact, you guys have gotten so strong that I had to make today's class a little bit more difficult. I didn't have to. I wanted to. It'll be fun, though. Everybody can do it. Again, with that, it still will air on that 30 to 40-minute range for the class period. This is more of a Pilates focus today, so we'll be engaging all of our muscle groups. It'll be more of like a muscle pulse focus, so less of that stretch and hold. There will be the stretch and hold components in between. That way we're not totally aggravating that muscle and taking breaks in the middle of it. With that being said, if anything is too difficult for you, feel free to let me know. Take your own modifications. Ask me for a modification. I promise I can give you one. Just go ahead and let me know. I don't want anybody getting hurt. Today's class might be kind of difficult, might not be. Everybody's strong in their own ways. So again, just find that position that's comfortable to you. You're always more than welcome to take that child's pose. Nobody will judge you. I definitely won't judge you. I take child's poses, in case you didn't know. They are not scripted, and I get tired, so I push back at child's pose. I'm like, let's wait here. With that being said, let's go ahead and get in that child's pose. This one was scripted. Keeping our knees wide on the mat, walking our hands forward. Taking a moment to focus your breathing. Bring awareness into all 4 corners of your body. You might try wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Feel your forearms pressed into the mat. Being intentional with your breath, you might try box breathing here. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold, and repeat. Slowly sinking your chest further and further into the floor. Feel free to rock side to side if you'd like to add a little bit of flow through this, waking up your hips just a little bit. Taking one more deep breath in. When you're ready, go ahead and lift your palms to the ceiling. And then slowly raise your forearms all the way to your back, touching the back of your shoulders. Looking for a deeper stretch in your upper spine here. Remembering to deepen your stretch if that feels good to you on every exhale. One more deep breath in. And exhale, lowering your arms all the way back down to the mat. Palms to the floor, pushing yourself up. Finding a nice tabletop position. You're going to push back all the way onto your knees, interlacing your arms behind you, opening up your chest, stretching out your neck here, going just to the point where you feel tension. Hold there for a little bit, trying to break that up, relaxing even more. Option to increase the intensity here by leaning a little bit further. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, lifting all the way back up, unhooking your hands, walking into that tabletop position. Stacking your shoulders over top of the heels of your palms, keeping a slight bend through your elbows so you're not hyperextending here. Stacking your hips over top of your knees and curling your toes underneath of you. We're going to do a set of tabletop lifts. If you don't know what that is, you're just pushing through the heels of your palms, bringing your knees off the floor and setting them back down. When you're ready, go ahead and join me, lifting up, keeping your core engaged, and lowering down. Using your breath here, doing it at your own pace. Breathing with every movement. Should feel a slight activation in the backs of your arms and the tops of your thighs. Still breathing. Go ahead and do 2 more. And last one, lifting. Go ahead and hold here for about 5 seconds. And as you exhale, slowly lowering down as slow as you can, letting your knees touch the floor. Next movement, sending your left leg outward and your right arm forward. Go ahead and meet me in for bird dogs, bringing your knee to your elbow, still keeping your core engaged, lifting through your navel. Exhale, finding that length. Inhale, bringing elbow to knee, finding length, and bringing elbow to knee. Again, stressing the importance of using your breath for every movement, keeping your core engaged. This is a somewhat complex move for stability. Extending and bringing elbow to knee. Try not to round that back. For 2 more, almost done. And last one, lowering just your arm down. We're going to take our leg up for 3 pulses, going 1, 2, 3. That was so fun. Let's do 3 more. 4, 5, and 6. Lowering your leg all the way down. Rolling out your wrists if that feels comfortable to you. When you're ready, curling your toes underneath of you, pushing through the heels of your palms, lifting slowly up, finding that downward dog 1 more time, pedaling out your feet just to wake up the backs of your legs. You're trying to push your rib cage through the tops of your thighs, making sure you're not putting too much pressure on your wrist joints here, using your shoulders and your triceps. Taking 1 deep breath in. This movement's kind of hard, so if you need a break, feel free to take one. As you exhale, lifting your left leg all the way up. Inhale, bringing your elbow to your knee. And exhale, pushing all the way back up into a downward dog. I'm going to do this 5 more times. Really pushing through your muscles here. Exploding with your exhale. Lengthening through your inhale. For 2 more. And last one. Arms might be feeling a little shaky. Go ahead and leave your knee by your elbow. We're going to take 5 taps here. Lower your knee down and push up. Lower knee down and push up. For 2 more. Lower knee down, push up. Last one, lower knee down, and push up, swinging your knee all the way to your chest, coming into that pigeon pose. Walking your hands forward. If you're looking for a bit of a deeper stretch. Remembering to keep your hips parallel to the ground underneath of you. Deep breath in. Slowly sinking further and further into the floor with every exhale. One more big deep breath in. As you exhale, walking your hands back to your knee, pushing yourself up, finding that high plank one more time. Slowly lowering your knees back and pushing back into a down child's pose. From here, you're going to walk to the left side, stretching out your right side body. As you relax into this stretch, feel free to walk your hands a little bit further to the left, trying to deepen that stretch a little bit more, just until you hit the point of tension. One more deep breath. Exhale, walking your hands to the right side now. Just until the point of comfortable tension. Slowly trying to deepen your stretch on that exhale. One more deep breath in. When you're ready, walking your hands back to center. And pushing your way back up into that tabletop position, hips over knees, shoulders over heels of your palm, slight bend in your elbows. We're going to do the same thing with the other side now, picking up your left arm and your right leg, finding length, staying engaged through your core. It should feel like somebody's pulling a string up through your navel. And with every breath, bringing elbow to knee, sending it back out. You should feel this in your left shoulder, your mid-back, definitely your core, and your right glute. Looking for as much length as you can. Try not to move through your mid-body. Taking those deep breaths for 2 more. And last one. Go ahead and lower your leg back down, finding that tabletop. You're going to push through the heels of your palms, curling your toes underneath you, sending yourself back into that downward dog. Remembering to breathe, pedal out your feet, pushing your ribs into the tops of your thighs. One big deep breath in. And on that exhale, sending your right leg up. We're going to go into those downward dog crunches. Exhale, bringing your elbow to your knee. Lifting back up. Elbow to knee. If you're looking to increase your difficulty, try doing this just a little bit slower. Elbow to knee. Only 3 more, you got it. 2. And last one, sending your leg as far as you can backward. And exhale, bringing your knee to your chest. We're going to take those little knee taps again for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Lifting your knee further to your chest, bringing yourself into that pigeon pose. Feel free to walk your hands out a little bit further if you're looking for a deeper stretch, but not if that's sacrificing your hips tilting. Still trying to keep them straight and centered with the floor. You don't want to rock to the right or rock to the left. Deep breaths in. Taking one more big deep breath. As you exhale, walking your hands backward, finding that high plank one more time, stepping your foot backward, slowly lowering your knees down, and pushing back into a child's pose. Feel free to take your own modification here, walking side to side, or doing that palm to back like we did in the beginning. Option to roll out your wrists if that feels good to you. Just remember to breathe. One more deep breath in. And exhale, let's push ourselves all the way back up into that tabletop position. You guys' favorite by the end of this class. Lift your left arm up, bring it behind your head. We're gonna do those chest openers. Lifting your chest up, trying to be as close to the wall beside you, bringing it all the way back down. Exhale, lift, really trying to deepen here. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Trying to increase your range of motion every time. Inhale, lower. Doing this at your own pace. Trying to push yourself a little bit. Go ahead and do this 2 more times. And last one, really trying to increase that stretch. You might send your arm all the way up, looking just for a deep twist. Hold here, 3, 2, 1, and fully lower all the way back down. Do my favorite now. It's called Pilates push-ups. Send your left leg back all the way, slowly lowering down, still keeping your hands directly under your shoulders till your nose almost meets the ground, and pushing back up. Engaging your triceps here, lifting through your core, staying strong in your left and right glute. Doing this 2 more times. And last one. You're gonna go all the way down to your right forearm now, and bringing your left knee to your left elbow, sending your leg back for a modified crunch. Again, you should be feeling this in your core. Activating your left glute just a little bit more now, pushing through your left tricep. For 2 more. And last one, we're gonna take little pulses up into the air for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Coming all the way back up, stepping your left foot in front of you, coming down to a low lunge. Doing whatever feels comfortable to you. Holding here for 1 big deep breath in. exhale if you want to reach your arm back for a modified reverse warrior. Challenging your balance just a little bit. For one big deep breath in. And exhale, bringing your forearm to the top of your right thigh for a modified side angle stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming all the way up, facing center. Interlace your arms behind you. Looking for a deep stretch through your hips and your upper back. Unhooking your hands, bring your palms to the top of your left thigh. Straighten out that leg as best as you can. If this is difficult for you, feel free to leave your hands on the ground, keeping that knee bent just a little bit, and work towards straightening it out. For one more big deep breath. Rebending that knee, sending your hands to either side. Bring that foot back up, stepping into your high plank, and lowering all the way down. Coming back to a tabletop position. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Lifting your right arm up, bringing it behind your head, back into those tabletop twists, opening your chest to the wall to your right. Slowly trying to increase that range of motion. Pushing through the heel of your palm, keeping a slight bend in that arm. Deep breath in. For 3 more. 2. Keeping that core engaged. And 1. Last one, feel free to lift your arm all the way up, trying to deepen that stretch. Really reaching here. Hold. Trying to find a little bit more depth. And exhale, dropping your arms all the way down. Coming in to those Pilates push-ups. Bring your right leg back. Slowly lowering down. Engaging your arms till your nose just about touches the ground and pushing yourself back up. Your triceps might be burning here. It's okay. Mine are too. If you need to take a break, remember, go back in whatever position feels comfortable to you. For 2 more. And last one. Coming all the way back up, lowering on to that forearm. Bring your right knee to your right elbow and sending it back. Staying lifted through your core. Trying to only move your leg here. Really engaging your right glute. 3 more. 2 and 1. Holding your leg all the way out. Going to come into 8 baby pulses. Lifting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pushing yourself all the way back up. Stepping your foot in between. Coming into that low lunge one more time. Really trying to deepen the stretch through your hips. you're ready, bringing your arm all the way back, finding that reverse warrior. This might challenge your balance. Feel free to touch one arm on the ground. Straighten that leg if that feels comfortable to you. Planting through all four corners of your right foot. For one big deep breath in. And exhale, coming forward, finding that side angle stretch. Trying to keep that knee stacked over your ankle. Deep breath in. For one more big deep breath in. Exhale, coming all the way back up, interlacing your arms behind you, still firmly planting into the ground. Letting yourself sink further and further into the stretch. One more big deep breath. Exhale, putting your hands top of your thighs, straightening out that leg. Remember, if you need to, bend that front knee just a little bit, placing both hands on the ground, slowly working towards straightening that leg. If you'd like to add a little bit of flow, straighten and bend. That works. Remembering to breathe. Taking one deep breath. Exhale, rebending your knee, bringing your palms to either side of your foot, curling your back toes, and stepping into a high plank. From here, we're going to slowly lower down to our first vinyasa, pushing yourself up to up dog, tops of your feet pressed into the mat. You are more than welcome to come into a modified up dog on the ground, pushing through the tips of your fingers, if that feels comfortable to you. If you'd like to increase the intensity, you are more than welcome to look over each shoulder. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lowering all the way down. Taking your left arm, reaching back for your left foot, grabbing it if you can, pulling it into your glute. If not, just reach. Slowly work towards getting there. One deep breath in. Exhale, letting go of your left foot, reaching back with your right, grabbing your right foot. Taking a deep breath in. Like to increase the intensity, you're more than welcome to reach back and grab both feet, slowly pulling yourself into a bow and arrow pose, lifting through your back. Deep breath in. And exhale, slowly lowering all the way down. Go ahead and roll all the way onto your back. When you're ready, lifting your feet up just so slightly, bringing your right knee in, reaching back with your hands, making sure you're not putting your hands under your head. You don't want to crunch up like this. We're going to go into one little round of bicycles, so lifting your left elbow to your right knee, bringing it back down. Twisting your legs. and alternating. Using your core, making sure that arc of your back is touching the floor at all times. You don't want a hollow piece that you can stick anything under. Really lifting through your core here. Doing 4 more. And last one, lifting your legs all the way up to the sky, slowly lowering them down, alternating the kicks, doing little flutters till you get just to the point where your back can no longer stay on the ground, and then kicking your feet all the way back up, lowering down, keeping your core engaged. Exhale, bringing them back up. Last one. One more deep breath in. Go ahead and re-bend your knees. Bring them all the way to the ground. Bring the soles of your feet together. Rock here for one deep breath, grabbing onto your knees and hugging them if that feels comfortable to you. Feeling a break for your core. Deep breath in. Exhale, sending your feet back to the ground, lifting up your right leg, hooking it over your left, grabbing onto the back of your left thigh, and gently pulling it closer to you. Feel free to rock side to side if that feels comfortable. When you're ready, sending both hands to either side of your body. Gently let your hips fall to the left, finding a deep twist through your lower spine. Still trying to keep both shoulders planted on the ground. Slowly falling deeper into that twist on every exhale. One more deep breath in. And when you're ready, coming up, meeting me back in center, unhooking your right leg from your left, lifting your left leg and hooking it over top of your right, grabbing onto the back of your right thigh, gently pulling it closer to you. Rocking side to side if that feels comfortable. Ready, sending both hands to either side of your body, gently letting your hips fall to the right, looking for a deep twist through your lower spine, making sure both shoulders are still firmly planted on the ground. Taking one deep breath, lifting your legs all the way back up into center, unhooking your legs, bringing the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall to either side of your body, Lifting one hand up over your chest, one hand over your stomach. We're going to meet here for our last few breaths of class today. Bring intention to your breathing. Try box breathing here. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold and repeat. Bring awareness into all 4 corners of your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Feel the back of your head pressed into the mat. With every breath, slowly letting yourself sink further and further into the floor. That brings us to the end of today's class and the end of week 4. I look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday. Thank you all so much for coming.